Hey everyone, welcome back to Frontline. Jay here with another review. Today I'm reviewing The Valiant #1. This is a brand new book from Valiant Comics, and it is written by Jeff Lemire and Matt Kindt, with art by Paolo Rivera and Joe Rivera. Now, this issue is basically the setup issue. So it starts off with the Eternal Warrior talking about how this great evil comes, and every time he's protecting the Geomancer, this great evil creature comes and kills everyone, including the Geomancer, and everything world faces another dark period, and things start all over again. Basically, they rebuild the world, and everything comes up. So the Eternal Warriors tells us, and he says, every time a Geomancer is dead, the evil leaves a mark on his face. So he's got like scars from each of the Geomancers that he has lost throughout the out of eternity, because he's been alive since forever. But he it takes you through the different various stages, even one which includes where the whole Grendel Beowulf story is supposed to be tied to or originated from. And that's kind of interesting there, that little moment. I like that because I like the Beowulf story, or epic poem I should say. And then it goes to like Camelot, the fall of Camelot, and it winds up into the present day, where the new Geomancer is trying to deal with it. She's a PR woman who's basically had a screw up life. She's great at her job, but her life is a screw up. And she's talking to Armstrong. Now Armstrong's drinking, and he's like 3 sheets to the wind, and he's just telling her, you gotta do what you gotta do. You're the Geomancer, you're the PR person for the biggest client ever, Earth. And then we go back into a forest where we see Bloodshot on a mission. He's trying to retrieve a package from the same people, before the people who used to hold him get their hands on the package. We don't know what the package is, but we find a little bit about Bloodshot and his past. And then we go back to the Geomancer, who is, in Colorado, and finds out that this town in Colorado, a lot of people are getting cancer, and it's because of these towers. So she decides to take them down, and in the process, she gets shot and wounded. And then we go back to where the the Eternal Warrior is talking to, Auric, the Exo Man of War, and he tells me, I feel it coming. It's coming soon, and I can't fail again, because he feels like he's a failure because he keeps letting the Geomancer die. And then we see that this great evil being is back. So that's basically the whole setup. At the end, you do get a little page that tells you who each of these are. The Eternal Warrior, the Geomancer, Bloodshot, Armstrong, Neville, Alcott, and the Exo Man of War. But in the story, I feel like you don't get that enough. You get a very good determination of who the Eternal Warrior is. You get a little bit on who the Geomancer is. You don't know what the Geomancer is really. Like, they tell you who she is, the new one, and who the past ones are somewhat, but you don't know what the Geomancer is and why is the Geomancer so important. And I think as a #1 issue, to get people who haven't read Valiant comics before, that is their job to do, and I think they didn't do that so well. Bloodshot, you got a really good job of who he is and why he's doing what he's doing. Armstrong, it's kind of like Exo Man of War, they lump them together like, oh, who they are. That's Armstrong from Archer and Armstrong, and that's Auric from Exo Man of War. Those are our big books. You should know them by now. That's how I felt. And if you're a new reader, you don't know who these characters are. You're going to be like, but I need to know, why is he talking to this guy? Why is this guy drinking? What's his deal? Why is he the Eternal Warrior? He said he's the Eternal Warrior's brother. I think there are pieces missing for a new reader. So I'm giving this story just 3.5 stars. The art was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. So I'm giving the art, again, 3.5 stars. Now, overall, that makes this a 3.5-star book. I would recommend picking this up just because it's something new from Valiant. It's something new that they're trying to do, and I can feel kind of a bigger story coming up. And I have faith in Jeff Lemire and Matt Kindt, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing where this goes. So, if you're not really a fan of Valiant comics, though, it's going to be really hard for you to understand it. It looks like so far. So, I would say pick up, but with caution. If you want to get into Valiant, this is not the book to get into. This is not your jumping on book for Valiant comic books. I would say pick up a couple of the books, see if you like the universe, and if you do, then pick up the Valiant. Once again, my overall rating is 3.5 stars. Well, those are my thoughts. Now I want to know what yours are in the comments below. Also, like this video, subscribe to Comic Frontline. Check out and subscribe to my channel, The Comic Book Theater. Check out Comic Frontline, the site, for all the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews. For even more news on all things related to comics, comicrelated.com is your source for all your comic book needs with daily updates. And don't forget to like and follow me and Comic Frontline on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I'll include all these links in the description below. Until then, I'll catch you in the next review.